what's up everyone, and welcome back to Fiction Tea Reviews. Been a long time since I had the tea with me. So today we're going to talk about the Netflix movie that came out in 2018, but I think they put it on Netflix 2019. It is called Elizabeth Harvest. It's a Netflix show. It's sci-fi thriller. It's rated R. It came out in 2018, like I said, and it's an hour and 45 minutes. Married Elizabeth, she travels with her husband to this vast, luxurious estate. He explains that she can go anywhere she pleases except for one locked door. And of course, if someone tells you that you can't do something, you can't go somewhere, out of curiosity, you're gonna want to go against the grain. It's only natural. And once she finds out what's truly in that place, everything goes downhill from there. This is directed by Sebastian Gutierrez. The cast is Lily Kershaw as Elizabeth, Carlo Gugino as Claire, Sierra Hines as Henry, Matthew Beard as Oliver, and Dylan Baker as Logan. Now, my initial thoughts going into watching this movie, I didn't have any expectations at all whatsoever. I just happened to see it on Netflix and I was watching other people's reviews about it and I was like, this sounds like it's pretty good. I'm gonna check it out. And I checked it out, and once I started watching it, I just suddenly became invested in this movie. Immediately, the visuals definitely attract you to this movie. They're very bold and they all pop out, even though they're like all single colored visuals. Pretty aesthetically pleasing. There was some red use to create this uncontrollable feeling when Elizabeth found out what was really going on in the Forbidden Room. The design of the house was very, very beautiful, and even down to Elizabeth's look is honestly visually striking. I also love the close-up shots and then where they had the light kind of gleaming on her face and reflecting her image and her eyes. That was really cool. I noticed how they used different colors for different scenarios. The blue was used when Claire and Henry was talking, kind of like this communicative, I'm assuming like this calm feeling with them two talking. And then the colors would change from red to green to blue. Those were kind of the base colors of everything. As far as characters go, I feel like the characters did pretty good. The actors did a pretty good job. The woman who played Elizabeth's character definitely she got better over time, especially her reaction to, spoiler alert, when Oliver shot the guy just randomly out of nowhere. And her reaction was just like really spot on and just terrified, and Oliver was just very robotic and still and kind of creepy and emotionless, like something was up with him. It definitely had its blood and violence going on, especially that scene where Henry, spoiler alert, was beating Elizabeth bludgeoned to death with that axe. That was intense. Honestly, we could talk about everything kind of being immoral, but from a scientific aspect, this movie was very intriguing, very interesting, and I enjoyed the whole concept of finding about like the experiments and everything that was going on. I won't spoil that, but I really found that really, really, really interesting. Like, I was so into it. I was like, this is really cool. Not only did they have one plot twist, they had two plot twists, and I was like, and that scene where she gets shot and she ends up still walking through the hallway, walking down the steps, that was a great scene. And also the scene where she found out about the whole thing, the harvest, and her reaction when she ran out, that was like good with her acting. However, this movie was pretty lengthy, but I feel like it made up for everything that was going on in the movie. But for people who don't want to watch super long movies, I feel your pain, because there were moments where I was like, wait, how long is this still on? It's an hour and 48 minutes, but it feels like it drags. It has this drag feeling, but it's not a bad drag. Like I said, it works for the film and everything that it's revealing. And the thing about this movie is everything gets revealed like quickly. You don't have to wait. It's not slow pace and slow. It's not slow to watch and slow pace. It's like as soon as you start watching it, things start immediately happening. In that last scene, you could see Henry's character, how lost he was and how lost and that sense of self was just kind of gone when he was talking to Claire, and it zoomed up on his face and the background was, the tone of the color was red, and he was just kind of just like, I did all this for nothing, like, lost his mind at that point. Although the ending was kind of like cliche and like a little generic, I did like the ending despite it being that way. I like that it was supposed to be like a uplifting ending, I'm assuming, for her and whoever is watching it. And for this movie, I enjoyed the ending. I liked it, and I definitely would recommend this movie to anyone. I think it's a good movie to watch on Netflix, and you can go check it out now. So if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts about this film. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell to get notified for future videos. If you like sci-fi, this is a psychological thriller and a sci-fi story about a group of young adults in a psych ward who get this new counselor that's trying to help them, but he learns that they're being experimented on, and he also has his own secret motive for coming there, not just helping them. Like, he has his own secret agenda, and he learns that he's connected to these kids in many different ways and that some weird stuff is going on. And if you would like a copy, you can go to this website, kaleidoscopearts.net. I also have merchandise because I make art. Definitely go in there and cop a book or cop some art. Just support me. And also, make sure you go to this email list if you're interested in learning more about how you can become a self-published writer and tips and tricks and everything on how to get with that. Eventually, I'm going to turn that into a Patreon and make a Patreon and also talk about my other short stories that I've written. So yeah, see you all next time. Peace out.